नमो नमः। दीपावल्याः अवकाशात् अनन्तरं सर्वेषां छात्राणां पुनरेकवारं हार्दं स्वागतम्। सर्वे छात्राः कुशलिनः स्वस्थाः च सन्ति इति अहं मन्ये। Students, the topic chosen for today's session is Vacham, that is voice. So let's get started with the topic. The correlation of subject, object and verb is called Vacham. It means in Vacham, three words are important: Karta, Karma and Kriyapadam. And in Sanskrit, there are three kinds of voices: Kartruvacham, Karmavacham and Bhavavacham. Kartruvacham is known as active voice, Karmavacham is passive voice and Bhavavacham is impersonal voice. Let's get started with the first one, that is Kartruvacham. There are two types of Kartruvacham: Sakarmak Kartruvacham, that is transitive active voice, and Akarmak Kartruvacham, that is intransitive active voice. Sakarmak Kartruvacham is a kind of a sentence which consists of an object, and Akarmak Kartruvacham is a kind of a sentence which doesn't consist of an object. First, let's try to understand the concept of Sakarmak Kartruvacham. Students, as I have told you earlier, in Vacham, three words are important: Karta, Karma and Kriyapadam. In Sakarmak Kartruvacham, Karta, that is the subject, is used in Prathama Vibhaktihi. Karma, that is the object, is used in Dvitiya Vibhaktihi. And Kriyapadam, that is the verb, agrees with the subject in number and person, that is Vachanam and Purushaha. As we use the subject in Prathama Vibhaktihi, we can call it as one. We use object in Dvitiya Vibhaktihi, so we can call it as two. And Kriyapadam is used as per the Vachanam and Purushaha of the Karta of the sentence, so we can call it as one. Thus, 1 to 1 is the formula that we get for the sentences which are the examples of Sakarmak Kartruvacham. Let's see some example sentences to understand the concept thoroughly. Balakah patham pathati. In this sentence, Balakah is used in Prathama Vibhaktihi as it is the subject of the sentence. Patham is used in Dvitiya Vibhaktihi as it is the object of the sentence. And Pathati is the verb which is used as per the Vachanam and Purushaha of the subject. In this sentence, the verb is in agreement with the subject, so it is the example of Sakarmak Kartruvacham. In place of Balakah, if we will use the word Balakaha, then as per the rule, there will be a change in the verb form. Balakaha is the Pratham Purush subject and it is used in plural, so the verb form will also be used in third person plural form, and that is Pathanti. Balakaha Patham Pathanti is also an example of Sakarmak Kartruvacham. Balakah Patham Pathati. Here, in place of Balakah, if we will use the word aham, then there will be a change in the verb form as well. Because as per the rule, in Kartruvacham, the verb form should be in agreement with the subject. Aham is the Uttam Purush subject and it is used in Ekavachanam, so the verb form will also be used in Uttam Purushaha Ekavachanam, and that is Pathami. Thus, we get the sentence Aham Patham Pathami. Balakah Patham Pathati. Here, in place of Balakah, if we will use Yuyam, then what will be the verb form? I hope you have got the answer. Yuyam is the Madhyam Purush subject and it is used in Bahuvachanam. So the verb form will also be in Madhyam Purushah Bahuvachanam, and that is Pathatha. And thus we get the sentence Yuyam Patham Pathatha. Students, we have seen that in all these sentences, the verb form gets changed as per the Vachanam and Purushaha of the subject. But if we will make some changes in the Vachanam and Purushaha of the object, will the verb form get changed? For example, Balakaha Patham Pathati. In this sentence, in place of Patham, if we will use the word Pathan, which is a plural form of the word, then will there be any change in the verb form? The answer is no. There will be no change in the verb form because in Kartruvacham, the verb form is in agreement with the subject and not the object. So the sentence that we get is Balakaha Pathan Pathati. I hope you have understood it. Students, all the examples that we have seen are of Sakarmak Kartruvacham, and I assume that you have understood the concept. In Sakarmak Kartruvacham, the subject is used in Prathama Vibhaktihi, the object is used in Dvitiya Vibhaktihi, and the verbal form is in agreement with the subject. Let's see some more examples of Sakarmak Kartruvacham or transitive active voice. Here are the examples. Chhatraha lekham likhati. Tvam suryam namasi. Amba bhojanam pachati. Shishuhu jalam pibati. Rishayah tapascharyam kurvanti. Students, can you identify the subject, object and verb forms from the given sentences? I assume that you can easily do that. The next one is Akarmak Kartruvacham, that is intransitive active voice. In Akarmak Kartruvacham, the subject, that is Karta, is used in Prathama Vibhaktihi. Object doesn't exist in the sentence, and Kriya Padam is used as per the Vachanam and Purushaha of the subject. As the subject is used in Prathama Vibhaktihi, we can call it as one. Object doesn't exist here, so we can call it as zero, and Kriya Padam is in agreement with the subject, so we can call it as one. Thus, 101 is the formula for the sentences which are the examples of Akarmak Kartruvacham. Let's see some examples to understand the concept clearly. Balakaha tatra tishtati. In this sentence, Balakaha is the subject, so it is used in Prathama Vibhaktihi. Tishtati is the verb form which is used as per the Vachanam and Purushaha of the subject, and Tatra is an indeclinable. An object is missing in this sentence, so it is an example of Akarmak Kartruvacham. Let's see one more example. Ashvaha vegena dhavanti. In this sentence, Ashvaha is the subject and Dhavanti is the verb form which is used as per the Vachanam and Purushaha of the word Ashvaha. Vegena is used in Trutiya Vibhaktihi, so it cannot be the object of the sentence. So we can say that the object is missing in this sentence and it is an example of Akarmak Kartruvacham. Let me take you to the next example. Suryaha akashe prakashate. In this sentence, the word Suryaha is the subject and it is used in Prathama Vibhaktihi. and the verb prakashate is in agreement with the subject. The word akashe is used in Saptami Vibhakti and it is showing the location. So it is not the object of the sentence. Just like the previous sentences, here the object is missing, so the given sentence is an example of akarma kartruvacham. Let's see one more example. Mayuraha nrityanti. In this sentence, the subject is the word mayuraha. It is used in prathama vibhakti and the verb nrityanti is in agreement with the subject. The object is missing in the sentence, so it is an example of akarma kartruvacham. I hope you have understood it. Students, I assume that all the examples that we have seen have made the concept of akarma kartruvacham clear to you all. In akarma kartruvacham, the subject is used in prathama vibhakti, object doesn't exist in the sentence, and kriya padam is in agreement with the subject. Let's see some more examples of akarma kartruvacham or intransitive active voice. Here are the examples. Saha swapiti, avam uchchaihi hasavah, pushpani vikasanti, tvam udyane kridasi. In all these sentences, object is not used, so these are the examples of akarma kartruvacham. I would like to end the explanation here. We will meet again with the next part of the topic. Dhanyavadaha. Punarmilamaha.